All right, you're welcome to my class. And today we are looking at multiples. Multiples are the result of multiplying a number by an integer, that is, whole number. For example, when you are asked to find the multiples of 3, then you begin to multiply 3 by the whole numbers. So, for instance, now the first multiple of 3 is 3. And how do you get that? 3 times 1. The second multiple of 3 is 6, which is 3 times 2. The third one is 3 times 3, which is 9. The fourth one is 12, which is 3 times 4. The fifth one is 15, which is 3 times 5. The next one is 18, which is 3 times 6. And it goes on and on like that. So this is telling you that for you to get multiples of any given number, just start by multiplying the number first by 1, by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5, by 6, by 7, and so on. Multiples of any given number is infinite. So it doesn't have the endpoint. So let's look at this. We are to write the first 5 multiples of 1, 4. So the first multiple of 4 will be 4 times 1, which is 4. The second multiple will be 4 times 2, which is 8. And the next will be 4 times 3, which is 12. The fourth one will be 4 times 4, which is 16. And the fifth one will be 4 times 5, which is 20. So we're going to stop there because the question asks us to write the first 5 multiples. So times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5. This is finite because it was stated to stop at 5. Okay, so let's look at another one. The first 5 multiples of 6. So 6 times 1, 6. 6 times 2, that is 12. Times 3, 18. Times 4, 24. Times 5, 30. This is how to get multiples of any given number. And so, if you know your multiplication table very well, it will help you in finding multiples of a given number. Right, so after this, we are going to look at factors. What are factors? A factor is a number that divides another number exactly without leaving a remainder. Now, let's look at this question. We are going to look at factors of 4, 6, and 10. Let's begin with factors of 4. Now, when you are looking at factors of 4, we are looking at numbers that will divide 4 exactly without leaving a remainder. And so to do this successfully, begin with 1. Okay, you begin with 1 and end with 4. So when you begin with 1, is 1 a factor of 4? Can it divide 4 without leaving a remainder? The answer is yes, because 4 divided by 1 is 4. And so 1 is a factor of 4. And by generalization, 1 is a factor of all numbers, or 1 is a factor of any given number. All right, so after 1, we move on to 2. 4 divided by 2, the answer is 2. It doesn't leave a remainder, so 2 is a factor of 4. So you move on to 3. Is 3 a factor of 4? Can it divide 4 without leaving a remainder? The answer is no. So let's look at it. 4 divided by 3 will give you 1, and to remain 1. And so 3 is not a factor of 4 because it leaves a remainder. What about 4? 4 divided by 4 gives you 1, and it leaves no remainder. And so 4 is a factor of 4. Now we have seen that 1 is a factor of 4, 2 is a factor of 4, and of course 4 is also a factor of 4. So those are the factors of 4. Okay. Now, there's this easier way of doing it that I will show you now. Let's say you have 2 numbers that you can multiply to give you 4. You begin with 1. 1 times what will give you 4? 1 times 4. So 2. 2 times 2 gives you 4. 2. And so no other numbers can be multiplied again to give you 4, except you want to go to fractions, which we are not going to look into. And so we have this now. So these are the factors of 4. 1, 2, and 4. These are the factors of 4. These are the numbers that will divide 4 without leaving a remainder. Now let's look at 6. What are the numbers that can divide 6 without leaving a remainder? 1 will divide because 1 is a factor of all numbers or all integers. And so 1 is a factor of any given number. And no matter the number that is given to you, that number will still be a factor of itself. Yes. So now here, we're going to look at 2 numbers that we can multiply to give us 6, right? We have 1 times 6 is a factor of 1 is a factor of 6 and 6 is a factor of itself. So we move on to 2. 2 times 3 is a factor, 2 is a factor, and 3 is a factor. And so if you move to 3, you are going to have 3 times 2. And so 2 times 3 and 3 times 2 are the same thing. So we can stop right there. So factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now when you look at these factors very well, you can see that each one of them can divide 6 without leaving a remainder. So 6 divided by 1 gives us 6, leaves no remainder. 6 divided by 2 gives us 3, it leaves no remainder. 3 divided by 6 gives us 2, it leaves no remainder. And 6 divided by 6 gives us 1 and leaves no remainder. So these are factors of 6. If you try to check 4 and 5, you'll see that 4 and 5 that are missing right here are not factors of 6 because they will leave remainder. 4 will leave remainder of 2 and 5 will leave remainder of 1 when they divide 6. So let's move on to the next one, which is 10. Factors of 10. So let's look at two numbers that we can multiply to give us 10. 1 times 10 will give us 10. 2 times 5 will also give us. Right? So 5 times 2 can as well give us that. But then 2 times 5 and 5 times 2 are the same thing. So factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. And each of this number can divide 10 to give us and leave no remainder. Right? Yes. And leave no remainder. So 10 divided by 1, it gives us 10. 10 divided by 2 gives us 5, it leaves no remainder. 10 divided by 5 gives us 2 and leaves no remainder. And of course, 10 divided by 10 gives us 1 and leaves no remainder. I think we have come to the end of these multiples in factors. And I'm sure you've learned from this video. Till I come your way again, bye for now and thank you for watching. Bye.